Hey everybody, how's it going? I know it's been a very long time since I made a video, but this is our 2010 Mercedes-Benz ML350 4MATIC. We've had this for about 4.5 years now, and it's finally time to sell it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it one last tour, in-depth tour, and owner's review, so that you guys can see what it actually is after having used it for 4.5 years. So yeah, I know you can see the plate, but that doesn't really make a difference since we're selling it anyway. But anyway, we'll go ahead on inside, start it up, let it run. Now you may recognize already I do have some like blacked out trim and stuff. I'll go through that when we're on the exterior portion of the tour. It is a sand beige exterior with an MB Tex beige slash, I think it's burgundy interior. I'm not sure on that. With burl walnut wood trim. 88,782 miles on it. Let's go ahead and start it up. Let me just move my seat back a little bit. While it's warming up, we'll go ahead and check out the exterior portion. So there are the hazards, and we'll turn on the headlights, front fog lights, and rear fog lights. All 4 windows are one-touch automatic, and we'll go ahead and check out the exterior. Now the exterior of this vehicle, in my opinion, I think it looks better than the new 2013s, 2014s, 2015 MLs. It has more aggressive sport styling to it. I don't know, I just like it better. So we'll start from the front, and I'll go over some of the aftermarket features that I put on it. So immediately starting from the front, and by the way, I know this is subject to opinion, you may not all like it, but this is just what I like. I think it looks cool, it makes it completely different. And I'll tell you, everybody that I know remembers our car. There's not one person that I've met that doesn't remember this car. And in fact, every person, like family member, friends, that I've asked if they like the blacked out things, they actually like it. So, but that's all opinionated. So, anyway, first of all, the first thing that I did was I painted the rims. Now keep in mind, this is all Plasti-Dip. It's a rubberized removable paint, so this is all removable, mind you. Then the second thing that I did was I added these stripes. Now I have redone them just to give it a smoother look, but I think it looks pretty nice. It sort of is parallel to this hood line in the body. Then we have this opening V stripe, which goes across the center of the hood. And then this parallel stripe again, symmetrical to the other one. Then we have a blacked out grille, which I think really sells this car. It really gives it a mean look. I was thinking about peeling off the star to making that chrome again, because that's what it originally was, but I decided not to. And then you notice that I have the turn signals smoked off, so it cuts off right here, the smoked part, and you can see that. Same on this side. Now this is really cool, the license plate bracket. I made a carbon fiber pattern. You can see it looks really nice in my opinion. Now keep in mind that it's not real carbon fiber, that's just carbon fiber look using Plasti-Dip. You can check out dipyourcar.com's channel for information on how to do that. Like I said, the wheels, and I peeled off the center cap, so I think it looks a little nicer that way. I also had painted these matte black, but I peeled them off recently because they were starting to peel on their own because I didn't put a proper 4 coats on. Next we have this, this is originally chrome and painted below part, so I painted both of them matte black. It goes along the side of the vehicle. I think it really enhances the side. Again, matte black. Now this thing might not be too noticeable, but this I'm really proud of. Carbon fiber look using Plasti-Dip. Shout out to dipyourcar.com again for teaching me how to do this. But it's holding up really nice. I mean, all the stuff that I've had on here has been over a year for sure. The rims have probably been on here for 2 years. Things more recently, such as these, have been on here for about a little less than a year, but it's still all holding really fine. The only thing that wasn't was the mirror caps, and that's because somebody actually hit them, which protected the turn signal part from getting cracked and shattered. So it's actually really good. Plasti-Dip, it's very good for protection too. Next, we have these smoked taillights. You can't really notice them at first, but if you put 2 MLs side to side, you'll notice that the taillights are smoked. I didn't want to like smoke them too much because I don't think that would really go with the car, and then you also have the trouble of like cops might be pulling you over because, you know, your tint is too dark. Well, I think it looks really nice. I also had these badges smoked out. Oh, sorry, matte black, not smoked out, but I peeled them. Decided to peel them. This is also pretty cool. Carbon fiber trim here. I think all of this carbon fiber really looks nice. You know, it obviously could have done better. It could have been, you know, I'm not a professional in any means, so I don't think it's bad. This is really dirty, but this is matte black. So, this was chrome before. And then I also have the same carbon fiber on the license plate as well. I was going to do something with the exhaust, but I decided not to. Now, before I go onto this side, you'll notice that this side is pretty dirty. We did go off-roading a little bit, so... And let me tell you, for these SUVs nowadays are not really real hardcore SUVs. They're not like body-on-frames, such as the Mercedes G-Class or like some Toyotas. But I have to say, it's not that bad. I mean, it all depends on the tires. Like, we don't have great off-roading tires right now, but it still goes pretty well. So you got some dirt there. Carbon fiber gas cap. Looks decent. You know, could have been better done around here. Then there you got some mud. Also these door sills. Same carbon fiber here. The only thing is we actually got some rocks hit here, so it's peeling a little bit over there. But other than that, it's holding up pretty fine. especially since everybody like closes their door all the time using this part, so not bad. But we've checked out the exterior, most of it, all of it really. Like I said, I believe I do have an in-depth tour already on my channel from a few years back, maybe 1 or 2 years back. But this is just like a last goodbye to this car. I mean, I've spent almost all of those 88,000 miles in this car, commuting back and forth from Philly every day for some reason. Well, I know the reason, but I've commuted back and forth from New York every single day for about 3 months in this car. So, and me being a car connoisseur, I really love cars. I know a lot about cars. I really just, you know, I bonded with this car. Many people are not into cars, might not have bonded, but I really have. Alright, oh, one last thing I forgot to show you. This third brake light is blacked out, matte black. But I believe that's it. I don't know, I've done a lot of things to this car, so I might be missing something, but I think I got everything. Okay, let's go ahead and turn those hazards off. The driver and passenger side seats are both fully automatic. The driver's side has only the driver's side has 3-person memory and adjustable lumbar. You also have your trunk opening right there. Real metal there. This, I believe, is just veneer. It has cracked a little bit, unfortunately. Lock and unlock. Power mirrors, as well as power folding mirrors. And then all your power windows are there. Sorry for the shadow I'm creating. You also have aluminum door sills, not illuminated, but also we got the optional all-weather floor mats, which is really useful here in New Jersey, especially with all the snow that we've gotten this winter. It's insane, but I'm not complaining. I really like the snow. And in addition to going off the snow again, I noticed when we were pulling our cars out of the driveway when it was really icy and things like that, the Escalade, it also has 22-inch rims and lower profile tires, but those rims, those wheels were slipping like crazy. But these, the ML, at a slow speed, did not, not even one wheel slipped when we were pulling it out. I might add a video clip of that to show you guys comparison between the Escalade and this ML. And obviously the Hummer had no problem whatsoever. But we'll go ahead and rev it a little bit. I plan on making a revving video by the exhaust anyway, so I'll do that then. But keep in mind, and when I edit it, I don't have much time today to do that, so you might see all of the plasti dip and stuff peeled off by then, because we're ordering a new ML from the factory. Yeah, we're ordering it. We're not actually finding it on the lot, but we're trading in this car, so we have to get a price for this car, and you know, it's not, you want to keep it fresh, so we have to peel off all the plastic dip and stuff. So keep in mind, I showed you the exterior now, but anything after this I might not have the plastic dip on it, so it'll look a little different. I could also make a video of it with the plastic dip off so you guys can see what it looked like stock, and you can see which one you like better. Well, we'll just go ahead and rev it a little bit. You know, it doesn't sound that great from here, but when you're really accelerating on the highway or doing like a 0 to 60 or something, it sounds really nice, especially from the exhaust. But like I said, that'll be in my revving video. I'll post a link in the description when I have it posted. Anyway, we'll go ahead and close the door. Now the steering wheel is full leather. Well, not real leather, because we found this one off the lot. We were sort of in a rush to get it, so we didn't bother to get the options that we wanted. The only options that this has is optional features it has is the P1 package, which gives you the rear view camera and navigation and standard things like that. Most Mercedes have the P1 package. It also has a sunroof. I'll show you guys in a bit. And heated front seats, and that's honestly about it. But don't worry, the new ML we're gonna get, when I make a video of that's almost fully loaded. And that's gonna be pretty nice. But anyway, you do have this Mercedes-Benz transmission. I'm using my left hand because I'm recording with the camera on the right hand. So push it down for drive, up all the way for reverse. You also do have your rear view camera with guidance lines, but they do not rotate as the steering wheel moves, as in some of the new modern cars. Then if you're in reverse, you click it down halfway, you can go neutral. If you're in drive, you could click it up halfway and go neutral, and then just push in for park. Alright, you also do have your headlights here. I'll just put them back on automatic. Here's your cruise control, all your wiper controls, push in for fluid. Alright, here you have your shifter stock again. Here you have your menus. I'll just go through them in different categories, and then here's up and down, which filters through the subcategories in that menu. So these are the subcategories of like the some vehicle information. Alright, this is downhill braking speed, so there's nothing really you can do in that category. Settings, you know, vehicle lighting comfort, all that stuff. I'm not going to go through that, honestly, sorry. You have your compass, you're heading northwest, then you have your songs, you can change it. Then you have your mileage, which would display your tire pressure here, but you need to drive for a little bit first. There's your water temperature. That's your digital speed readout. Service, and back to your mileage. Your Bluetooth telephone, which is not connected right now, but if it was, it would give contacts and like recently dialed and things. And then we're back to over here. Alright, you do have a 160 mile per hour speedometer, as well as analog clock there, but keep in mind you also do have a digital clock over here. Your fuel, you know, readout. Alright, here you can also go up and down. This is your volume control for the radio. I don't know about YouTube's new copyright laws, so I'm kind of hesitant to play music. Oh, that's for your Bluetooth telephony. You also have nice aluminum trim around here, which really gives the steering wheel a very sporty look. I kind of like that. And then obviously chrome, plastic, Mercedes-Benz symbol. Alright, along the top, you have that. You also do have another one, so if you want to push this to the side, if the sun's coming in through the side window, you can always put that down. And fun fact for you guys who've been following me for a long time, I've actually upgraded to a camcorder. This is a I don't even know what is it, a Sony camcorder, but it's better than using my iPhone for sure. Here also you do have the brightness, and you can reset everything. You have your vents here, which look pretty cool. They look really sporty, which in the ML, the new one, they don't. Like I said, the new ML is, to me, it's more like a softer ride. It doesn't feel as sporty, because I mean, I've ridden in it already, and this definitely feels pretty sporty. It looks sporty. It has a lot of cues. Like, these might be like digital or gauges for like maybe your turbo boost or something, because they look like that, because they're like in the dash, and then they have like a part coming out here, which I think it looks really nice. Over here you do have your auto dimming rear view mirror, your garage home link, your book reading lamps, which illuminate under there, your rear lights, door lights, your lights for over here. You do have an automatic sunroof, which I'll show you. One touch automatic opens. Alright, and then you can just close it. And also is tilting. And if you don't want to get too much air in, you can always close this. And neat thing is it has vents in here so you can still get the fresh air. SOS button from Mercedes, pretty standard. Now the navigation we have here, you can go through your radios. You have all different kinds of radio here. You have FM, AM, satellite, disc. You have memory card where you can put an SD card in there. Media register, which in the glove compartment I have my old iPhone plugged in right now, which has all of my music. So iPod connectivity, as well as a regular MP3 port. Media interface, and then auxiliary. And music register, I believe you can actually no, you can't. With the new ML, you can actually store songs onto the navigation hard drive. I don't think you can do that in here. Okay, then you obviously have your, radio tuning, your different presets, your information, and then you also have your sound, treble, bass, and balance, and fade. Alright, so if we go to navigation now, we'll start over here in guide. No POIs over here, really. Traffic, if you have a route in, it'll give you traffic if there's any traffic on that route, otherwise they'll just display all the ones that are close by. Position, it'll give you an option to save the vehicle position. You can see where you're on a bigger map. And the compass, which gives you a compass, what degree your wheels are turning. Like, for example, if I turn the wheels, it'll change the degree of the wheel, which is probably not oftenly used because this is not an off-road vehicle really, but it tells you like the compass you're heading, how high you are above sea level, your latitude and longitude, and what satellite this navigation is working off right now. And your destination, you can continue the route guidance that you had in before. You can put in a new address. You can do it from memory, last destinations, which will give you all the other ones. We never really use it to, like, unless we're going somewhere we don't know, we don't really use this navigation too often. Like, we never need to put in our home address because we usually know how to get there. So that's just us. I mean, I'm sure people really do use this much. And then you can also find when doing a map, once you have like a destination in here, you can always add a stopover or save a destination. So that's it for the navigation. This is your Bluetooth telephone. Nothing's connected right now, but you can watch a video. Unfortunately, you can't while driving though. So even though the passenger is not driving, but there you have your system. You can have your settings here. Pretty basic stuff. Like I said, we didn't go too crazy on the options for this. But yeah. Over here you do have your climate control, which works pretty well, except for recently we've had the heat on for so long and so much time that, like, unless you bring it all the way to 64, it stays like 84 degrees, probably stays like this whole ring. It starts getting cool at like 64, but it might just need the service for the air conditioning. Here you do have your max defrost for the front, your rear defrost, circulation, fan speed, your different zones. Pretty basic stuff. Your AC and your rear on or off. You don't have a separate rear zone, but you can, there are vents back there that come through here. 3-stage heated seats, your electronic stability programming, which is basically traction control and stability control. Your downhill braking, most people don't use that. I'm probably one of the few Mercedes-Benz owners. Well, I don't personally own this car, my parents do, but we're probably one of the very few owners who've actually used that before. Not necessarily going off-road, but down like a steep hill, a pretty long, steep driveway. We just used it for fun. I mean, downhill braking is never necessary unless you're going off-road, but it's just fun. This we've actually used. It increases shift times. Decreases shift time? No. I'm sorry. It increases the shift points, I believe. I might be getting this opposite. But so you get more traction as possible if you're going off-road, and with all the snow that we've gotten this year, we have used that quite a bit. It does help for traction. It increases the torque a little bit and stuff like that. Over here you do have a little small tray. Over here you have an ashtray with a lighter, power outlet, whatever you use it for. This is all wood over here. I'm sorry it's not cleaned. I mean, we are going to get it detailed before we get rid of it, and maybe I'll make a video on that and maybe edit it onto the end of this. But yeah, also in the middle here, if you so choose, you can take this out. It sort of becomes 3 cup holders. You can put some stuff in the middle, but that's about it. I really like these grip handles with the aluminum going here. I think it overall looks pretty nice. Also in the center console here, you do have some storage. Here's your M brace. So your parking brake is also down below. And I think I pretty much went over everything. Honestly, this navigation is pretty easy to use. I've used all different kinds of navigations. Not like as an owner, but I mean, I've tried them out. Like, I know for a fact the new Cadillac Q system, I'll be honest with you guys, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's so confusing and annoying to use. It takes a lot of time to get used to, but our Escalade still has the older one in it. That's pretty simple to use. One thing that I'm not going to like about the new Mercedes is, though, you actually have to be stopped to enter a destination. In this, you can enter destination while you're still driving, which is kind of easy, but I guess it helps prevent accidents and such things. One thing I forgot to tell you guys is this is a tilting and telescopic steering wheel, so it goes in and out. You also do have shift paddles before here. I'll tell you, Mercedes, they're not, unless you get an AMG, their cars are not meant to be driven with shifting paddles. Like, the shifts are really delayed when you use them. But you also do have your horn. So, anyway, I think we went over pretty much everything up here. Sorry about this. You also do have your grip handles. Your vents. Now, this is a Harman Kardon audio system, but like I said, I don't want to, you know, I don't know about YouTube's new laws or policy on copyrighting music, so I don't really want to play anything in here. But let me tell you, the bass in this car is superb. Not one rattle. I mean, almost 90,000 miles. Not one rattle in this car whatsoever from the bass, which is expected from Mercedes-Benz, but it's just nice to know that. Unfortunately, this did come off here. It was plastic. I don't know exactly how it came off, but it just like peeled off. So yeah, we'll go ahead and check out the rest of the car, such as the back seat and trunk and things like that. But before we do that, I'll just pop the hood so you guys can take a look at this V6. This is, I think it's a 3.6 liter V6. When new, it produced 285 horsepower and I think 271 pound-feet of torque. After 90,000 miles and about 5 years later, it produces much less than that. I'm gonna say probably around, you know, actually I can't even take an estimate. I don't know how much horsepower decreases over time. I haven't really looked into that. But I mean, we haven't had to get the belts changed or anything like that. We're just basic servicing, nothing with the engine. You also do have nice padding, and that vent over there is actually real. This one, not so much. But we'll go ahead and check out the back seat. Again, there you go with the sport styling. You can see the really accented wheel arches. Sorry for the mess back here. Same concept with the door.